Okay, what if I told you that you could get a 50% memory boost, like right now, without putting in a single extra minute of work? Sounds impossible, right? Well, the research says it's not just possible, it's actually surprisingly simple. But first, I've got a question for you. You know that super detailed color-coded revision timetable you've got? The one you spent hours making? What if I told you that very thing, the thing you think is your secret weapon, is actually sabotaging your grades? I know, it sounds nuts, right? But the most common ways we study, cramming all night, sticking to that rigid block-by-block schedule, they just fail. They're fundamentally broken because they work against the way our brains are actually wired. Just think about cramming for a second. It feels so productive, doesn't it? You're there for hours, just forcing information into your head. But here's the thing, you're just stuffing it all into your short-term memory. It's kind of like frantically packing a suitcase you're just going to lose at the airport anyway. The whole point isn't to stuff, it's to build knowledge that actually sticks around. So why is cramming so terrible? Well, it all comes down to this really simple but super powerful idea from way back in the 1800s. It shows us exactly why and how our memory fades. It's called the forgetting curve. Now, the forgetting curve isn't just some vague concept. It's a real scientific model. And what it shows is that our memory of new stuff decays, well, exponentially. That means it drops off a cliff super fast if we don't do anything to hold on to it. It's like this predictable, steep downward slide. And the speed of that slide, it's honestly terrifying. Get this. Within just one day, about half of what you learned can be totally gone. A week later, you might be lucky to remember 10% of it. All that effort, it evaporates, poof. So, here's the secret. The whole key to this thing, you have to interrupt the curve. You can actually fight back. And how do you do it? Every single time you actively recall something, really pull it out of your brain, you flatten out that curve. The forgetting slows right down. And look, this isn't just some theory I'm throwing at you. There's an incredible study that proves just how powerful this little interruption can be. This is where we get to the shocking evidence behind that 50% memory boost. So here's what happened. Back in 2011, some researchers set up a pretty simple experiment. They got a bunch of students together, and their only task was to learn some Swahili words. The goal was to figure out which study method actually worked the best for remembering them long term. So the first results came in, and honestly, they weren't great. The group that just studied the words over and over, they only remembered about 15%. The group that crammed all their recall tests together did a bit better, hitting 35%. It's an improvement, but it's not exactly a breakthrough, But then there was the breakthrough. The last group used something called spaced recall. So they'd study a word, try to remember it, but then they'd wait a while before trying to remember it again. And the results? They didn't just improve, they skyrocketed to 80% retention. It's just this perfect illustration of how powerful spacing things out really is. I want you to just let that sink in for a second. We're talking about a nearly 50% jump in performance for the exact same amount of work, the exact same amount of study time as that cramming group. The only thing they changed was when they tried to remember it. Ali Abdaal, the doctor and productivity guru who really helped bring this to light, he put it perfectly. He said, I don't know about you, but if I could restructure my revision and get such a massive performance boost, I would be doing it all day and shouting it from the rooftops. And he's right. It's an absolute game changer. Okay, so you're probably thinking, how do I actually do this? And the best part is, you don't need any fancy, expensive software. All you need is a super simple, almost magical, really, spreadsheet. That's your entire toolkit. All right, it breaks down into 4 really easy steps. Step 1, list. Just break down your entire subject into individual topics in a spreadsheet column. Step 2, recall. And this is the most important part. You have to actively test yourself. Don't just reread your notes, that's passive. Step 3, date. If you got it right, pop today's date in the cell next to the topic. And finally, step 4, color code. Color that cell based on how hard it was. Green if it was a breeze, yellow if it was okay, and red if it was a real struggle. And this is what it actually looks like. It's so cool because just at a glance, you can see everything, what you've covered, when you covered it, and how well you actually know it. So the nitrogen cycle was super tough, so that's red. Photosynthesis was easy, boom, that's green. And you can even see your progress, right? Cell division went from yellow to green. That visual feedback is just so motivating. Now, using this system means you have to completely shift your mindset. See, most of us have what you could call a mastery approach. We think, I have to sit here and master this one topic for 2 hours before I can move on. But the effective way is what we'll call the scattershot approach. You literally jump around testing yourself on, say, 10 different topics for just 10 minutes each. I know it feels a little chaotic and incomplete, but trust me, this is how you beat that forgetting curve.
So your new mission, should you choose to accept it, is simple. Every day, just look at your spreadsheet and your goal is to fill in as many of those boxes as you can. And the pro tip, start with the red ones. Always go for the stuff you find the hardest first, because that's where you're gonna make the biggest, fastest improvements. And here's where this gets really, really cool. This whole system, it's not just for exams. This is a framework for learning pretty much anything you want way faster. I mean, seriously, think about it. Learning a new language? Check. Mastering a musical instrument, like the guitar? Yep. Learning to code? Absolutely. Graphic design skills, memorizing quotes, even improving your serve in a sport. Basically, any skill that needs memory and practice, this will help you accelerate it. Because when you boil it all down, the real secret to getting good at anything isn't about those intense, all-night cram sessions. It's just about consistency. It's about showing up and doing a little bit every single day for a long time. And this spaced repetition system, it's the engine that makes all that consistency actually pay off big time. So, there you have it. You've seen the science, you've got the system. The only question left is, what are you going to master 10 minutes at a time?